Did you just try to karate chop me?
No. No, I karate chopped the air.
Okay, yeah, whatever, Christina. Okay, so, Chrissy, how you feeling today?
Feeling good. Woo, woo, woo.
So, for the people watching this,
Say hi now.
tell them a little bit about yourself, you know, your name, your age, stuff like that.
Gotcha. I'm Christina. I'm 17 years old. And I guess that's it.
And tell them a little bit about what you do.
I'm going to college in like 1 month. Yeah. And I'm going to University of the Arts in Philadelphia. And I'm going for design tech, but my focus is going to be line design.
Cute. Okay, so the reason why I chose you to be the first person in my series is because you were the first person in my life who was openly confident about like their body hair and things like that. Have you always felt that way? Not only in regards to your body hair, but as your like entire body as a whole.
I think I've always been confident with my body hair, and I think just like me as a person, I'm just confident. But I mean, every person has those days when they're like, don't like this about my body and stuff like that. So, yeah, I just try to embrace it.
Do you feel like anyone made any assumptions of you based on the fact that you didn't like to shave or this or that?
I feel like people might have, but I didn't let that get to me. Like, if they made a decision about who I was just because I had hair on my body, like, that's their problem.
You don't even want them in your life because
yeah, that's just stupid.
Exactly. Okay. So, what does beauty/beautiful mean to you?
It means to me just being yourself and being like confident with who you are, and just doing whatever you want to do.
I agree. There's no like actual like visual standard of beauty like that we try to put on it. Like it doesn't exist. Okay. So every human being at least has like one insecurity about themselves. How do you handle your insecurities?
I always try and keep a positive mind, and like I know everyone like I feel like I do have my days where I'm just like it just seems impossible. But I always try to find a solution in that way and say like, okay, like I can't be complaining about this if I'm not gonna be doing anything. So I'd either like try to like go work out or like try to make myself feel better by doing things that I like to do.
So we talked about this before, but since one of the points of this photo series is to show that everyday women can feel comfortable in who they are and stuff, to maybe people who don't have that inspiration around them all the time. Who would you say has been a big inspiration to you or a role model?
I don't really have anyone because I don't really like to like idolize people, but I do want to say my mom just because like she's my mom and stuff like that. But also like I know my mom has like gone through so much stuff throughout her whole life. She's had like 5 kids and she struggled like throughout everything, and she's still like a strong woman. So like I just take like things from her like every single day.
And I like that you said that you don't idolize people, because that's something that's like really important to recognize, because there's a difference between finding someone an inspiration and then idolizing them and making them your everything.
Exactly, because then you get out of the mindset of like, oh, they're such like a good positive thing in my life, or just like a positive thing. And then turning them into like, oh, I want to be like them, and I want this and this. Why can't I be like that? When you can, you just don't have the right mindset, I guess.
Yeah, it's like you forget that like you need to follow like your own path, and you get so caught up in what they're doing and how they're living, and then you tend to like sometimes get jealous of like, oh, why do they have this and I don't have that?
Exactly, and I feel like it doesn't have to be with like celebrities and stuff like that. I feel like people do that like with other, like even their friends. Maybe like that's why like some people are like mean to you or something like that, because they like what you have so much like in their minds, so like
and they don't know how to get it.
Exactly, and they're like frustrated because like you guys are like happy, you guys are friends and stuff like that, but then like at the end of the day like you're not okay like with yourself like fully and completely.
Yeah. And I like that you said that also because I read a book called The Four Agreements. I told you about it. But one of like the things that they talk about in that book is that the way people perceive you is just a reflection of themselves.
Exactly.
It literally has nothing to do with you at all.
Exactly.
So like if you're living your life and you're doing your thing, someone can either be like proud of you and like motivate you and like do all those positive things, or someone can look at you and be angry with you and upset.
Like even myself, like I forget that about people, and like sometimes I let it get to me because like I value like everyone that I come across with and stuff. So like for someone to be like to do that to me or something, I'm just like, what the heck, why? Like I kind of blame myself, but of course like I'm still learning from it and stuff.
Can you talk more about how much of an influence it is to have the people that surround you be people that uplift you? You get what I'm saying?
I think so.
Like, not surrounding yourself with negative people. Because, like, you are who you surround yourself with.
Exactly. I feel like with me, I know that, like, none of my friends and stuff like that are perfect. And I understand, like, we're all going through things. So, like, I just keep that in mind. I don't know. I feel like you do have to, like, learn when to, like, put, like, a stop to like some things and stuff like that.
And some people.
Exactly, and like change like your life around because it is your life.
Something to note as well is saying that it's not saying that you have to cut like people out of your life at all. Like you can just admire certain qualities about people because like exactly what you said, not everybody is perfect. If you could say one thing to the young generation of females out there, what would you say?
This guy.
Words of wisdom right there, like hardcore. Oh, my hair is crazy.
Do whatever you want and be confident with whatever you do.
And last question of the interview. Okay. There's been a lot of different tragic events happening, around the world every single day. So if you could tell everybody on this planet one sentence, what would it be? If you could tell the person who's perpetrating as well as the victim the same thing, what would you tell them?
Oh my goodness.
And the bystander, if you could tell those three different people the same thing, what would you tell them? Do you want to know what I would say?
Yeah.
I would either say listen.
True.
Just that word, listen. Because there's always like a miscommunication between everybody.
Exactly.
That.
Those are good ones. Wow. The arm of Santos-Santiago. I guess like playing off of like listen, I guess you could do like learn too. Because I feel like people people act without knowing like anything about it. They hear one thing because they think it's true or like from someone that they trust like completely and stuff like that, and they never look it up or they never see like if it actually is true, if it actually did happen, and they act on that instead of like actually like looking up things and educating themselves. Stay in school.
Yeah. Stay in school. There we go.
Bye. Bye. See ya later. Ha 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 ha. Dab.
Thanks, Christina, for being in this.
No problem, darling.